This is a new type of jungle cactus for me. This is Pfeiffera monacantha. And I was looking into jungle cactus because I was really into Rhipsalis. And I was like, okay, well, what other jungle cactus are out there besides Rhipsalis and Schomburgera and Epiphyllums and a number of others? And I came across this one. So this is actually a relatively new one. I've only had this for about 3 months. And I really like the look of it. You could see that it has just these little fuzzies kind of growing off the edge where the areoles are. And I haven't seen this in flower yet, but I am curious as to when it will actually bloom. But I am treating this very much like a typical Rhipsalis. And actually, I think this was in the Rhipsalis genus for a while. So it recently got it to put into Pfeiffera, which is, again, a new genus for me, as it might be actually for you as well. This plant, unlike Rhipsalis, is native to a little bit more of I think Argentina and Bolivia, if I remember off the top of my head. So it is in that still that kind of tropical, subtropical zone, but not growing in the Brazilian rainforest like many Rhipsalis, for instance. So I'd imagine that this grows a little bit differently, but maybe not so differently that you would treat it, separately from Rhipsalis. So I have this barkier kind of bonsai more mixture because, again, you don't want these plants sitting in water. You want something that's a little bit more well draining. And I'm fertilizing this on a very similar basis to my Rhipsalis. So anywhere from monthly to quarterly, because these are not heavy feeders, and you could get away with doing something more like a succulent fertilizer. So like a 011, 247, 347, that's going to be totally fine. I have this about 2 feet away from my southwest facing window. So it does sometimes get a little bit more of intensity of light towards the afternoon hours, but it's a little bit more of that kind of golden light. So it's not getting a direct hit as if it were just in my window. So I want this to have a little bit more gentle light. If I found 2 of these plants, I would actually want to try one of them in my northeast facing window as well. However, if you are growing this plant in your house, let me know, because I'd like to know what type of light that you're actually giving it and where it actually grows best, because I only have one of these, so I can only test it in one area. And like I said, this is a new plant for me. I've only had it for about 3 months. So I am going to continue to test, and I will share what I find out.